Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 26th of November. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Okay. We had an attempt to retest the high here on ES yesterday. It actually did retest the all-time high and make a new one on SPX. On NQ, went a little higher, still looks kind of like a bear flag to me. RTY, we made a retest of the high here. Nice 60-minute sell signal was fixed and hasn't made target yet. We might get a bit more downside. This could be a little ABC, maybe get down to 2400. YM, we didn't quite get negative divergence here, I don't think. Hang on, wait a second. Actually, we might have it. Wait a second, I'm just checking. All right, that's the 60-minute sell signal. That is also fixed. So that hasn't made a target either, and that is suggesting a bit more downside. It needn't be an awful lot. DAX broke down from a double bottom yesterday and is consolidating sideways before thinking about breaking up. And ESTX hadn't broken up yesterday and still hasn't broken up. Could this be an IHS forming? I'm thinking probably not. This is a double bottom. But see a break up, and we can see a very nice move higher up into about the 49.90 area, I think. All right, so let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. On SPX, we did see a retest of the high. That doesn't give us any daily negative divergence. Doesn't give us anything on the bigger picture charts, nothing on the monthly. As I'd have expected, and we already had a possible RSI 14 sell signal brewing on the weekly, but we've also we already had one on both RSI 5 and RSI 14, so that's not really pushed us forward in terms of divergences. On the hourly chart, no divergence either. We've obviously got a potential little level top here. I'm hoping that doesn't play out, as I think we've wasted enough time, and I really would like to see some upside into Christmas, because I've got a target, and that target is here. I would love to see that made, either in December or in January. Well, I mean, November possibly, but I think we're running out of time in November. But I would love to see that made, because I think we might then top out and give ourselves a beautiful bull flag forming in 2025. And that would be a very nice thing to see, particularly if it came down then and tested this trend line here. So we will see how that goes. But we've wasted quite a lot of the time in the run up to Christmas already. I'm hoping that no more is wasted, because this is the perfect opportunity to see more upside if we're going to get it. All right, Qs didn't retest the high, of course, no current divergence. Looking at Dia, we retested the high and gone a bit higher. Don't have a really obvious trendline target for that. We did have a possible RSI 5 sell signal brewing here, but we lost the divergence on the last move up. Nothing, and we lost this sell signal as well. So at the moment, I haven't got any divergence, except for on the hourlies and on the futures, and I'm thinking those might deliver a bit more downside, but it needn't be an awful lot. All right, let's have a look at IWM. IWM, daily chart, we've got an RSI 14 sell signal fixed, and if we didn't already have one, we would have another one brewing, but it would be the only one. On the hourly chart, no current divergence, possible little level top, of course, and no current divergence on the 15-minute chart. Looking at DAX, DAX is above the daily middle band, and I think is a very obvious target to retest this high here at 19,674. Nikkei is now trying to get back above the daily middle band as well, and closed on it. I've got that at 38,782, and it closed at 38,780. If we can see a break above there, what I would love to see by Christmas as well would be a retest of this high here at 42.4. And I think we've got a decent chance of getting that. So we shall see. All right, great. Moving on. Dollar. Retracing a bit, I have to say we've seen some interesting looking action on some of the dollar currency pairs, but actually dollar itself wasn't moving a great deal. ZB might be actually starting to deliver my rally that I was looking for. This is a double bottom, and we're now testing double bottom resistance. If we break up, I'd be looking for a target, monthly pivot initially, but the main target would be up in about the 122 area. So we will see whether we get that. It would be nice to get that, and certainly the TNX setup is very supportive. CL went back below 70, monthly pivot, weekly pivot, and broke down from this short term. This is really just been heading sideways for several weeks. I've still got an open target at 63.57 below. I'm not saying anything suggesting that we're not going to make that target. NG. NG consolidating near the highs. As I said, we're entering a period where it's a headwind rather than the following wind for price the next few months. Doesn't mean it isn't going to go higher, but what I would say is that we've hit on the index chart a potential inverted shoulder neckline here. We may be topping out to form a right shoulder, where the ideal low would actually be in about the 1.95 area. GC, if this just goes sideways for the next 3 months, that alone would get us back into about the 295 area, but obviously we would need to see some actual downside as well. GC, sharp retracement. As I said, this is also unstable with the dollar doing what it has been doing. So the other thing, as I was noting yesterday, is that we had gold going up without silver really, or platinum, or palladium. So that I'm not surprised to see a sharp retracement here. Bigger picture, there's still a decent shot at getting back into the retest this high here at 2800. SI is pretty close to retest the lows. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed there, and that is on the way to and that is on the way to the target at the moment. HG, if this was a bearish triangle, and it was a wedge actually on the last one, but it's not a bad triangle either, then this should go back and retest this low in the next few days. Interesting items. This was really interesting on USD CAD yesterday. I actually drew in this for yesterday morning. I didn't show the chart because I wasn't really, basically this just went off on its own and just made that target and the retest this high without really anything in support from the dollar. I was a bit surprised. So we've got some nice bottoming patterns forming. But DX, really the rest of the currency pairs are looking more exciting than DX is right now. KC has gone higher. On a retest of this high, we could set up a 60-minute sell signal brewing. Could see a retracement here soon. SB still consolidating, 2 months and counting in this bullish consolidation, likely to resolve up. CC going higher, 60-minute sell signal fix, hasn't delivered anything so far, no obvious topping pattern. ZW, ZW wondering about a retest of this low. On corn, this looks like a bull flag forming, but again, might go a bit lower to do that, unless this is a triangle, in which case this would be fine. Do we have an obvious triangle support here? Mixed feelings about that, maybe. Possibly. On soy, raw falling wedge is starting to break up. I'm thinking this might come back in for a retest the low to set up a double bottom, but we've got a decent possibility of a turn back up here. On CT, sell signal is fixed, hasn't delivered anything so far, still been edging higher. Lumber, still probably a bull flag forming, but I'm starting to wonder because we've fallen off the highs a bit. Live cattle. We've got likely retest of the high coming. We're pulling back before doing that and back testing the weekly pivot and the monthly pivot, which is strong double support. And lean hogs is almost back at the retest of the highs as expected. All right, great. Let's have a look at questions and let's have a look at, right. Is the retracement in metals done? I think that's uncertain, but I think it might be. I think the dollar's at a position where it may turn back down from here. And gold is strong. I think it'd be nice to see some confirming more bullish looking action on silver, palladium and platinum. So I am wondering about a retest of the low possibly here coming on silver. But really, for a big move on metals, we need the dollar to turn. So we've got a candidate level here, and then I've got another one a bit higher at about 109.5. So we shall see. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I'll have this posted ASAP. My pleasure as always, guys.